Hey friends, we are on day 16 of, I hope I'm going live in the right spot. I don't even know where I am right now. This is day 16 of 32 days of lives. Y'all, I wasn't going to show my face at all. I don't know if you can see it in there. I don't know if you can tell, but like all right here, like, I mean, y'all, my entire face, my clothes, I am covered in glitter today. Like from head to toe, no joke. It's in my hair, it's in my slippers, it is everywhere. I think it may even be in my eyeball. So I wasn't gonna show my face, but I was like, whatever. This is how I look right now, so yay you. So anyway, today I didn't have anything big I needed to work on, so I figured I'd show you guys how I make the magnets. Full disclosure, couldn't find the magnets, so been a day. So I'm going to show you how I like the start of it, and then what it looks like when it's done, and how I put those together. And show you, I have two sizes that I sometimes include. It just kind of depends on what's happening. Yes, it's been like raining glitter over here. Like I'm itchy all over. Yes, Jennifer, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's been forever since I've watched that, but yes, I do know. So, yeah. So here, let me show you what they look like. I'm stirring up the epoxy now. So here's what they look like when they're finished. And then there's a little magnet on the back. I buy these on Amazon. And I'm sure you can find them somewhere else. Y'all, seriously, I'm pretty sure there's glitter in my eyeball. So anyway, I chose a rose because that's part of my brand. If you just like the rose and you want to use it, that's cool too. You can still do that. You can do whatever you want. And, but if you have something that very specifically goes with your brand, like, I don't know, bees or mermaids or hearts or whatever, or something you're passionate about. I think somebody asked me one time if it would be okay to do puzzle pieces because their child was diagnosed with autism, and so that's part of the autism. What's the word I'm looking for? Like that's part of their thing, the puzzle piece and all of that, and so they wanted to know if that would be okay, and I was like, yeah, if it's something you're passionate about, or it goes with your brand, or you donate proceeds to something. There's another person I know that is really passionate about animals, and they've adopted a lot of dogs. They donate a lot of money to animal shelters. So that would go along, like a paw print, that would go along with their thing and what they care about. So anyway, I've been stirring up... Nikki, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Nikki's asking, can she just add a decal to a tumbler and then epoxy? You can, but 651 is supposed to stay on if you clean the tumbler and then put the decal down and let it sit. If you're just putting epoxy over stainless steel, it is super hard to get all the bubbles out, and you see every little imperfection. So just know that going in, and that's fine. Okay. So I'm going to point you down so that you don't have to look at my face anymore, because it's a little rough. All right. So here is what you need. Let's see if I can move this guy. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to get my charger. I actually remembered it. I'm trying to get it out of the way. I've got so much stuff on this desk, and I don't have my iPad set up, so I can't see questions. Let me get that going. All right, so I have my silicone little thing, silicone mold. And so mine is a rose template. And these have been added to the website. They're under Ashley's Amazon favorites. You can find that there. And so normally I don't have this much epoxy, but this is just the cup that I had. Apparently my iPad updated, so now it's like, okay, all right. Y'all, I'm sorry. So sorry. All right, so there's too much of this, so I'm going to separate this over here. Just so I can have more than one color. And so normally I'm left with just a little bit of epoxy left over. Just a little bit, so I don't have like a ton. And so what I do is either I get a scoop of the glitter that's in the like dump bin that I have, which is kind of what this looks like. It's mostly this color. You get enough black and purple in there and it's going to dominate every time. And so sometimes I want fun, different roses that don't look just like this. So sometimes I'll use glitter that I may not use anymore. And I'll do stuff with that. So this is called Unicorn. This is from Art Glitter. So I'm just going to dump a bunch of that in there. I try to do a mixture of like chunky. I just kind of do whatever I want. So then I'm adding a little pink to this. This is Guardian Glimmer. This is from Bulk Glitters. And then I'm going to mix this up. And so this is a little different than when I do my samples. So you can kind of see what that looks like, right? Whoop, there we go. Oh, Nicole, I'm glad that it's been helpful. So I just kind of mix this up. And I like doing color with the chunky like that because it kind of gives it a little dimension so it's not so boring. And then I don't fill these up all the way, or otherwise it's like this thick. It's crazy. Y'all, my hands are black because I spray painted today. Wow. I just want to make sure it goes over all of these humps in the thing, in the mold. And then I just pour it in there fairly slowly just to make sure I don't do too much. I don't have very much left there. All right, so that made 2, and that's usually what I can get if I've got some leftover epoxy. I get 1 or 2 out of it. That's why I don't always have them ready, because I don't always have leftover epoxy. So I'm going to use that same Unicorn glitter again, which is essentially just like a chunky white. And I'm going to throw a little bit of this blue in there, though. This is called Monet, also by Art Glitter. I bought these, but I'm not like super in love with them and I don't use them. So just mix that up. So now it just looks totally different. Isn't that cool? It's like a purpley, because there's a little bit of pink in this chunky. And then I add it to my mold. And you can do this however you want to. You don't have to choose like the things like I did. Let's see. Like the actual glitter colors, you can just use a dump. That sounds weird. Like if you have glitter that's gotten mixed up and you don't want to. Okay, we're about to do something weird. So this, there's still a little bit left in here. So I'm going to actually add this to this right here. I'm just going to see what happens. Perfect. It's a perfect amount. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. So y'all, I just play around with these. These are nothing fancy. Usually it's leftover glitter, but sometimes I like to play around with it and do what I just did, which is where I take some, you can tell I bought it filled it up to about here, and that's what I've been using this for. I have several others that I'm doing that with. And so then what I do is I just kind of hit it and do this number. And what it does is it just makes sure that it's settling down into all of the things and the bubbles are coming up. All right, so if they come out dull, normally some of mine do and some of mine don't. This one's a little dull. You can also spray paint them, not like spray paint, with like a spray sealer, and that should brighten it back up. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see. It's not crazy shiny, but also these are a free gift for me, so. Plastic cups come from Kroger or Walmart. They're just Solo brand 9-ounce cups, I believe. So, yeah, the YouTube channel is not up and totally running yet, but a lot of it will just be stuff that's already on here. I feel like I missed a whole bunch of questions because I couldn't read, so. Okay, so you can, yeah, you can spray paint them with a clear, the same Rust-Oleum sealer, and that may shine it up a little bit more. But also, if your mold is dull, your thing is going to come out dull. If your mold is shiny, this should come out shiny. So anyway, I'm going to let this sit for a little while, and some bubbles are finally popping up. So I also use my heat gun on these guys. Let me get it situated. All right, so I'm going to hit this with the heat gun just a little bit so that I can get rid of the bubbles. All right, and then I'll let it sit. It usually doesn't take very long because when, not as long as the cups, when it's in this big of an area, the epoxy cures faster. The more concentrated the epoxy, the quicker it cures. So that's why it takes a little bit longer on the cups, because you're doing a very thin layer. So I'm going to set those to the side. And then, just so you can see, here are what they look like when they come out. And all of mine are totally different. This is why I don't have any to share, because they're all in here. So they're totally hard. And I also have like little baby ones that I'll do sometimes too. Depends on how much epoxy I have. And so then all I do is I get this E6000. This stuff is like, you want to talk about having a smell. This stuff is crazy strong. But it also works really well. And I just lay them all out on the table. And I put a dab of glue on the magnet. And a dab of, just a dab of glue on the magnet. And then I sit it on here and let it dry. Usually, within a couple hours, it's pretty good. But I don't do anything with it until the next day. I usually let it dry overnight. And then this is what I include as a free gift. Now, just because I do it as a free gift doesn't mean that you have to do it as a free gift. Lots of people also use these to make magnets. That's what I'm doing right now. Lord. A lot of people use these to make keychains. And they sell them. You can sell them if you want to. I just choose not to. I just give them away for free. Yeah, so this has been piling up for a while. These are all, I think this is my favorite. I don't know. I love these. I love it when it's got some chunky in there. This is the one time I like chunky. So this looks like the dump bucket with some chunky added. And then this is that burgundy maroon color I made. But yeah, that's all I do. And this is such a, if you want to make it as an item that you sell, you can totally do that. Lots of people do. Yeah, keychains are cute and they're popular and people will buy them. And it's just leftover epoxy and leftover glitter. Some people will do it where they'll match the magnet to the, give me a second, to the tumbler. And so sometimes I'll try that. Like if I know somebody's got a green tumbler or like green in their tumbler, I would do the green magnet. But it doesn't always work like that. And I don't make them specifically for each customer. You just get what you get. So how heavy are they? I don't know. I can, hang on. Weigh them. All right, they're a little over an ounce. I had my glitter scale back there. I've been weighing glitter all day. They're a little over an ounce, and we have several on our refrigerator, and my daughter likes to play with them and throw them on the ground, and they've held up great with a 2-year-old. So yeah, there's also the Lego one that's really cool. There's lots of different molds that you can do. You can change it up. This is I only do roses, either small or big. But you can do whatever you want to. And I just thought it was a really cool way to show you how to recycle or like get the most out of your epoxy. So if you're like me and you mix up a lot at one time, I was throwing away epoxy all the time. It was so frustrating. And I was just like, there's got to be something else I can do. And so that's when I found these little guys. And I was like, well, we'll do that and see what happens. And so, yeah. The pink I used was Guardian Galaxy by Bulk Glitter. All right, this is like the quickest live in the history of lives. All right, friends, that is it. Let's see if I can get this back up here. Not that you need to see my face, this is covered in glitter. But that's it. That's all I had for today to show you that in case you wanted to either add a free gift to your shipments. Words are hard. To your shipments, or if you wanted to add something else to your shop as a item to sell, a small item, because especially when you're selling glitter tumblers like this, my lowest price one is $35, unless you my mason jar is $25, so it's a little bit cheaper. So it's an option to have something a little bit cheaper if you want to. So hopefully that was somewhat helpful. I feel really like it's so weird to be done early. Beth, no, I didn't finish. I'm still finishing up the people who had purchased during the live sale. And I mean, I'm working on like 40 different ones at a time, so I don't get them all done back to back. Let's see. Amanda, I can't go live in the group to show new glitter because I don't have it all bagged up and ready yet. But as soon as it's on the website and ready, you better believe I'll be live to show you. How would you make them into keychains? So you'd have to buy the keychain hardware. I've never done this, but it comes with a little screw thing. The trick is that you want to pull it out of the mold when it is not completely hardened, but hardened enough that it's not going to lose its shape, and then screw the keychain hole in. I'm not messing with those, but yeah, that's what you would do. There's lots of things. You can drill a hole too, like Laura's saying. That sounds scary. I saw somebody else who did, they like drilled a hole through their silicone mold and had like a little nail through it to keep the hole open. I don't know. How do I join the group? Okay, Lindsay, the group isn't opening until the 29th. Sorry, y'all. Seriously, I think I got glitter in my eye. Look, it's literally all over my face. I don't know how, because I don't know. It's crazy. Laura said there are specific molds for keychains, so that may be helpful too if you find a specific mold for keychains. Anyway, the group is going to open January 29th. It'll close the 1st. And when it's open, I will post a link for where you can go to pay. And then once it's paid, then it should redirect you to the group to sign up to join. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I talk about the group it's a group of women where I teach them every month 2 brand new techniques or designs to make tumblers. I'm trying not to read the comments because then I lose my train of thought. I teach a skill each month that will help you with your tumblers. I feel like eventually I'm going to run out of skills and stuff, so I may start incorporating more guest tutorials, which sounds really, really fun. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then I have a live Q&A each month at the end of the month to ask any tumbler making questions, business questions. I will answer pretty much anything. There are parts of my business though that are proprietary information. That's just the way it is with any business. I give and give and give so much, but there are a few little places like departments that I don't share. And we also have a monthly challenge each month, which is really fun. This month, with Valentine's Day coming up, the theme was Valentine's Day. And so they had to create something that revolved around that theme. They submit a picture or a video of their tumbler, and then I randomly select a winner, and that winner gets 12 free ounces of glitter, my glitter. So I send out 3 4-ounce bags. So yeah, it's awesome. So it is automatic. It's like a regular, any other type of thing that you do like Netflix, it automatically charges you each month. But if you decide that you don't want it, I can cancel that for you so that you don't have to do it. Jennifer, will the lives end at that time? I always go live on this page. I don't do it this much. This is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Just saying. Yeah, I can show you a 4-ounce bag. Oh, here's another one. I think I emptied that one a little bit. So here are 4-ounce bags. And then you also get access to the glitter. That won't forever be a member perk, not forever. But the low price will always be a member perk. So group members receive a lower price on my glitter. And we also have colors of the month each month that just started this month. I just started the glitter soon, like recently. So colors of the month, I choose 4 to 6 glitters depending on that month. Some months may be less depending on what I'm doing. And then I choose specific glitters from the tutorials that I'm doing that month, and I offer those at even a cheaper price. So your glitter is always on sale there. Eventually I'll open the glitter stuff to the public in the future. I don't know when that's going to happen. Their price will be higher because the lower sale price is a member perk for being in the group. Suzanne, I have a Mac computer, but I had an HP little laptop for a long time that worked fine. Erin, those I get from Amazon. They may be sold out. They've been selling out pretty quick, but you can get them from Berlin. I'm sure there's more to that business name that I am saying, but Berlin, they have shakers there. Actually, it really is a lot of glitter. So 4 ounces, here's an example. These are my, these are 9.5 ounce jars, meaning it's 9.5 ounces by volume. I do my glitter by weight. And so you can tell, look how much room is left. It's not very much. So 4 ounces fills these up. I've also started offering this. This is the first time as I've been bagging up glitter. I've also been bagging up 2-ounce options. Those are a little more expensive. So if you buy the 4-ounce ones, you save money. You save $1. because the 2 ounces takes me twice as long because I have to do it more often. So, and the group is $32 a month for however long you want to be in that. And it's a really wonderful group of women. We don't have drama there for the most part. I mean, there's always going to be little things, but like I just wouldn't have that in the group. Anything big, I'd probably just ask somebody to leave. But it's just been wonderful, and I'm really pleased with everybody's just sweetness. They're just all so sweet and so encouraging. All right, so Wendy's asking about tumblers. Probably gonna be the last question I answer. Wendy, you can order from the Stainless Depot. You don't have to order a case. You can order by the cup, and you can order as many cups as you want. So the other day, not the other day, it was like a month ago, I wanted the coffee mugs and the 30-ounce skinnies, but I didn't want to buy a full case of each because I wasn't sure if I was going to like them. So I bought 10 of each, and that was enough to get me free shipping. Kitty, I sure hope I've helped them. Sure hope so. Yeah, a lot of my bags are actually a little over full because I don't stress about it if it goes a little bit over. If it goes too much over, I'll fix it, but a little bit over. So most of them have a little bit more than their designated ounce. Hey, Kim. Is there a limit on the group size? No, there's just a limit on the amount of days that I'll keep it open. Jennifer, if you go to charlierosecreations.com/ Charlie Rose Creatives, I think it's got what all is included there. So yes, Ashley, new members at the end of the month. Ashley, I understand. Trust me. I was talking to a lady today on the phone, and Brandon needed to listen, so we were on speakerphone, and it's like they know that I'm on the phone, and so it's just, I was like, you need to use your inside voice. I don't want to use my inside voice. I can tell. So anyway, that is going to be it for today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me as always. And for anybody who shared, I truly appreciate you doing that. And I hope that you make these or use this technique for something. And I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye guys.